I finally did it. I finally did it. It's been days trying to get through here, man. But I finally found my way into this lake. Oh man, it's perfect. There's a couple places set up a tent. Yeah, man. It's there. So I'm trying something different this time. I am up in one of my favorite areas, and I was driving along one of the roads that I've driven 1,000 times, and but this time I had my GPS open on my lap, and I spotted a lake that doesn't look like there's any way into it, that it's one of these lakes that has no trail. So I worked on working out a trail into it for quite a while, actually, and got to it then what I think is about 200 or 300 meters away when I kind of ran out of daylight, and I had to head back for work, and so I'm attempting it again. I don't know how long the weather's going to hold up. I'm going to make an attempt today, even though I know I don't have much daylight, but I think that I can work my way in for the last 200-300 meters before it gets too dark. So it's actually quite a big lake, and it's unnamed, and I know it has some depth. So here we go. We'll see if I can work my way in there. Well, I'm here. I'm heading over to my spot where I made my way in last time. I blew a tire on the way up this road. It's gotten rougher and rougher, and so I had to change the tire, and so I have less time now, but I'm still going to attempt it. So here goes. I finally did it. I finally did it. It's been days trying to get through here, man. But I finally found my way into this lake. Oh man, it's perfect. There's a couple places set up a tent. Yeah, man. It's there. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh my God, that was such a slog. Just hacking in and hacking in. And then finally I found a trail that I was able to take into the lake, and I can see there's other trails, but it's hard to tell what's game trails and what isn't. But there's other little trails along the lake, and the trees are huge in here, man. Oh, it's because it's too sloggy. They can't get in here. There's too much peat moss. Like, I don't know. It's water right under the peat moss. It's really hard to get in. Look at this lake, man. Oh, hell yeah. Yes. And giant trees. Oh, I'm so stoked. This is epic. Giant trees. Just walked around the lake a little bit. Look at that. It's such a cool looking lake, and it's big. And it's nameless. It's fantastic. And it's speckled trout fishing is closed right now, so I can't check, but I'm sure it's speckles in here. And there is an area where I could set up over here and have a couple of, like in a winter tent scenario. Oh, look at these trees, man. Giant trees. Oh, I'm so glad I found my way in here. Right on. So happy I made it in here. Having a little fire. I'm just chilling out for a bit. I wish I had got in when speckled trout fishing was still in season, but I didn't make it. That's okay. I found the lake. Oh my gosh. And as I was going, I kind of met up with a trail that had been cut years and years and years ago. And I followed that, and it took me right here. And on the way out, I'm gonna follow that trail and see where it comes out on the road, or if it does come out on the road, or where it comes out. Oh my God, I'm so happy I found it. I'm so happy. And there's no sign of people in here at all. I don't know if maybe somebody just came in here years ago to fish it. It could have been the Ministry of Natural Resources. I have no idea. But I don't see any evidence of people here, not a branch cut. And big trees. Oh, I'm so happy about that. Wicked. Awesome. Finally, I'm on the lake. Finally. Oh, and it was a hump to get in here. Wow. Fantastic. I won't be running into anybody on this lake. Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah, there's the sound you want to hear on a new lake. Paddling around, exploring this lake. I've made it to the part where it's cut, but further back, they did it properly here, where they left enough forest around the lake. And I guess that accounts for the big trees that are still here at this end. The lake is very shallow, and it's about, I'd say about 16 inches or so down from its norm, from the water line's going on the rocks, you know. But still, it's quite shallow, and then there's different parts that are a little deeper. I'm still exploring it, but I mean, if there's no fish in here, then it was all for naught. I mean, it's not all for naught, because I still found this amazingly beautiful place, but, you know, you also want to be able to catch fish. So, we'll see. Right now I'm just exploring it. I want to know where it's deep, where it isn't, where the inflows are, where the outflows are. And then I'll know where to go from there. And I'll just try fishing. I tried a little bit this morning. Whoa, there's a big tree. I tried a little bit this morning. But I should have eaten first. I didn't spend enough time. And I didn't get any bites or anything, so we'll see. I have a hard time believing a lake this size, even though it's quite shallow. I just have a hard time believing that there's no fish in here. Especially since there was a loon out here earlier this morning. So, yeah. for the most part, this is a shallow lake. Like very shallow, like sometimes a foot deep. You know, so with the extra water, it'd be like, you know, 2 feet deep, 2.5 feet deep. I could see beaver sign, of course. I'm sure that's what's accounting for the raising and lowering of the water levels to this extent. Because most of the lakes have good water this year. There's a loon over there that was just tearing up a fish in the water. So there are fish. It's just the question is what kind. And he's still fishing in the same area-ish. Cool. Yeah, it looks like speckled trout habitat to me. But it could be pickerel. You know, in shallow water like this, it could be pike and pickerel. Yeah. Cool. Size that lodge. The water is very clear here. Only slightly slight tannin. Wow, it's a big one. I've seen them around too. Look at that. Oh, Canada. That's a big one. Cool. You could see he's cleared the forest somewhere here. Man, the sky is so super blue, super clear. The stars last night were unreal. And I know that tonight the forecast for the northern lights for the aurora index is going to be 6, and tomorrow night is going to be 9%. So I got a very good chance of seeing it. So I'll be setting my alarm for sure so that I can wake up and see it. Oh man, it's going to be super cool. I think if it stays clear like this, for sure I'll see it. I shouldn't say that. I just gooched it, but I can hear what sounds like elk calling in the distance. I know the camera will never pick it up, but I've been listening to it all day. And it sounds like that sound the bulls make. But I didn't think there were elk around here. I know there are. Further south, maybe they have moved up. Huh. Interesting, very interesting. So let me show you what I'm dealing with here. What's the best way? Maybe I'll come over here. I cleared this out myself. Not a lot of flat ground, but I managed to kind of figure it out. So that's the trail coming in. That's how you come in. Lake is here. And I just kind of come in here. Where I made my fireplace originally, but I've moved it now. So there's room for a couple of tents in here, really. But I got my tent set in here. Got my water, my gravity filter on any one of the enormous trees in here. And then come back here. Got a little bit of a view to the lake. There's lots of trees, it's a wild setup. And I just kind of made a fireplace that I haven't lit a fire in yet, with some stones to protect the ground. Yeah. And then I come out here. Of course, I got a wind today, but I had a night. Most of the day was fine for wind. And I kind of cleared an area to come back here. travel this way down to my boat. There's a nice rock here, and I got my boat here, and the lake to myself. All I gotta do now is catch some fish. Yeah, it's a beautiful sight. So, yeah, it's pretty awesome. And yeah, all I gotta do is catch some fish. If I can catch some fish, it'll be perfect. You know? Yeah, otherwise, you know, it's a bit of a downer. I can't see how there's not fish. I saw loons. I actually saw one shaking a fish that was too big for him to swallow. So I'm sure they're there. I just haven't caught any yet, and I don't know what kind they are. And most of the one half of the lake is very shallow, or maybe a little bit more than half of the lake is very shallow. And then there's a basin that runs a whole, I don't know, half of the lake or a third of the lake anyway. And I'd say third of the lake. And it's quite deep. I don't know how deep. I didn't really do a big check, but yeah, there's bound to be fish. I just have to catch them and see what kind they are. That's fantastic. Beautiful place. Beautiful. Yep. Only downside is that I can't catch any fish, man. I caught a sucker. One sucker. And it's not like I'm even seeing a lot of, like, there's no jumping out of the water, no fish jumping. I don't know, I saw one or two fish jump. Oh, so much work to get in here. I just don't even want to admit it to myself, you know? Like, it's beautiful in here. It's so beautiful. Like, look at this place. Giant, giant trees. Just beautiful, man. Oh, perfect camp spot. Lots of dead wood. Mossy. So it's comfortable to sleep on, you know? Like, come on, man. Took my boat out. Look at that giant tree. Ah, oh, damn it. Oh, well. I mean, it doesn't mean that there's no fish in here, but yeah, you know. I mean, I fished for 2 solid days and I didn't get any, so oh well. Beautiful place. I'll come back one more time, I think, and try. So not so late in the season and see. How beautiful is that? And I heard wolves this morning, and I heard them really good. Oh, why can't there be fish in here? Oh, yeah. I heard them singing this morning. That's the best I've heard them so far out here. Oh, I was so happy. Making a little breakfast before I hump out of here. Oh, the fish defeated me, officially. Damn it. Oh well, that's the way it is. What an amazing time. I just woke up. Actually, I've been up a little while, but I still feel bug-eyed when it's cold like this. Oh, it was good though. Very good sleep and amazing experience here. And of course, I'm disappointed that that I didn't catch any fish, but I missed a few. I'm still not convinced there's no speckles in here. It's late in the season. So there you go. Well, have breakfast, hump out of here. Be good. Well, that was awesome. Nonetheless, yeah, it was cool. I'm glad I did it. Lots of work though.